And now, Rock on the Range coverage on 99.7 The Blitz.
Nuber from 99.7 The Blitz, backstage at Rock on the Range. Sam from Chevelle. They're taking the Monster Energy main stage today, Saturday, 3:40 p.m. Now, Sam, I talked to you a couple months ago, and before you played a show over at the LC, and I asked you what band you were looking at right now, what up-and-coming bands, and you mentioned Janice. Yeah. Not a week later, we had them on Choose It or Lose It, our nightly feature here, and they destroyed the competition. And there goes our sign. Yeah, well, it happens. Who are you looking at now? Who? I mean, since you were prophetic with Janice, who else are you looking at right now?
Well, I don't know if it's anybody that's necessarily new, but Middle Class Rut is working on a new record right now, which we're excited about because they've been promoting the same record for 3 years, which is a great record. I love it. There's a band that I really like called Red Fang. They've got a couple records out, which is awesome. One of my all-time favorite bands is Every Time I Die, and they just put a new record out a couple months ago. So
cool. Now, do you like these big rock shows? You know, where you're playing, the Monster Energy main stage today with a whole bunch of bands, or do you like the show that you played a couple months ago here in Columbus, where you were the headliner out at the LC?
I mean, they're both very different. I think it's nice to mix it up as a band, to go out and play these huge stages with other bands and do shorter sets and really try to blow people off the stage. And then, of course, your headline shows, you get to do whatever you want, and those end up being super fun because, people are bouncing up and down. You can play a bunch of obscure tracks. And our headline shows, we usually play, 17, 18 songs. So, they're very different animals, really.
Now, hats off to the Bull, your new album. Both singles that we played on 99.7 The Blitz, Hats Off to the Bull, Face to the Floor, doing, as I recall, better than any Chevelle album we've played as far as started off new. What's different about this album and the feel of this album that people, at least, we're probably on the harder edge of the rock as far as radio stations go. What about this album do you think people are gravitating towards?
Man, I'm not really sure. I think with Face to the Floor, I think it's just got a good beat and you can dance to it, I'm not sure what makes things different, but sometimes records just connect. And at the end of the day, we're just trying to write, great melodic rock songs. And I think that this record just kind of ended up being the culmination of some things that were going on at the time, and musically for us, as well as in the world. And I think that makes it interesting for sure. But we always say at the end of the day, production doesn't sell records. Your face doesn't really sell records. Certainly not in our case. So it's got to be the songs. The songs have to connect, and hopefully that's what it is.
Now, 3:40 today, like I said, you're taking the Monster Energy main stage. People can request both Face to the Floor and Hats Off to the Bull on 99.7 The Blitz. What do you have planned for the rest of the day? Are you leaving as soon as your set's over with, or are you going to hang out here at Crew Stadium today?
Oh, I will be here all day getting in trouble. I think a couple years ago
it's an easy place to do that, trust me.
Yeah, we played with Slipknot, I think 2 years ago as the headliner, and Dean, our bass player, got in a fight with their front of house guy.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was a knockdown drag out, and the guy was gigantic. So yeah, we tried to get in a little bit of trouble, not too much.
Right.
So we'll be here all day, yeah.
Excellent. Well, don't get in any fights, man. I think you're pretty, Sam. I would hate to see that change.
I'm not much of a fighter, so.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Sam from Chevelle, thanks for stopping out here. Rock on the Range 2012 with your rock station, 99.7 The Blitz. I'm Nuber.